A Roanoke County family continues to rebuild a year after their home of 10 years was flattened by a mudslide during a rainy Friday morning last year. 10 News reporter Arisha Jones checks back in with the Tretner family, who says their faith will continue to pull them through.
This pillar is where my head was.
Tim Tretner, his wife and young son walked away physically unharmed after their home in Vinton collapsed while they slept.
We're happy to be alive, but this has not been an easy struggle.
A year later, nothing has changed at this house destroyed by a mudslide.
This was absolutely horrific. We still have nightmares over it.
He returned to the home hundreds of times since the nightmare last May.
If you look at these steps, it's just,
Each time he feels sadness.
And it's hard to fix that, if not impossible.
A picture of his son is one of the only items they were able to get from the rubble.
And I found this under some of that sheetrock.
The Tretners still own the home but can't afford to fix the damage.
We've officially been declined for any insurance coverage at all. Not our home, not everything inside, and not the cleanup.
Roanoke County officials are hiring a local contractor to tear down the home. They'll place a lien on the property to recoup the cost of about $160,000.
We're going to fight through it in our faith in Jesus and help from this community.
The family believes their lives were spared to educate others.
You're not covered on this. So maybe eventually down the road, a nonprofit, something to help people.
Work to demolish the house and stabilize the land will begin this summer. In Vinton, Arisha Jones, 10 News, working for you.